Hello, welcome to AP Biology. My name is Miss Sheridan, and I'm here today to talk to you about AP Biology and the AP curriculum here at Cheltenham High School. First off, I'm just going to go over the course framework and some of the information that you'll probably find important to know throughout the year. The AP course is based around two essential components, and they are science practices and course content. The science practices for AP Biology are listed here. Concept explanation, visual representations, questions and methods, representing and data, describing data, statistical test and data analysis. And we spent quite a bit of time in the past week going over statistical analysis and argumentation. All of these practices are very important to the AP class. The course content itself is evolved around 4 big ideas, and then they're broken down into 8 units. The big ideas are evolution, energetics, information storage and transmission, and systems interactions. Just to kind of give you an overview of what the outline for the year will be, I've listed here the units in the order that we'll be doing them for the first semester and the second semester. And all of this information is available on the course expectation sheet, which will be in the module on Canvas. And if you haven't done it already, I highly recommend that you become an observer of your student on Canvas so that you can see all the stuff that they're given. So we are starting with an introduction to biology and biochemistry, and then we will go on to evolution part 1 and then on to cells. So over the summer, they were required to do an AP Biology summer project. And what this involved is researching the parts of the cell. And I picked this because I figured it was something they had in 9th grade biology, so it shouldn't have been too difficult. So that when we get to our cell unit, they will have reviewed this material and be ready to dive right into it. So there's a program called Book Creator, and they were to go on there and make a book. And I gave them certain requirements that they had to research and write a book. And it was all about cells and comparing prokaryotic cells to eukaryotic cells. So that was the summer project. So they all should have completed that, and it was worth 100 points. If they have any questions about the summer project, please contact me. So I wanted to give you some resources. So our textbook is called Biology in Focus. Okay, it's Campbell is the author. We access this book through the Pearson My Mastering Biology and Lab site. There is a link to this site on Canvas, and the students have access to it, and they all will have registered for this book this week. We just got all the codes for it. One of the nice things about the site is that there are practice questions, practice tests, and they will have homework sometimes on here, but it'll be more related to practicing or tutorials. The book, the e-text, can be located here, and they can go through and look in any chapter they want as a reference when they're looking up stuff. So it's a very good source to get information. There's also another textbook available online. You go to openstacks.com, and they have an AP Biology book available to them. It's free of charge. Anybody can go on there. They have books for all different subjects. So if your child needs a book for, let's say, AP Psych or AP History, and they, couldn't get onto their site for their textbook, they could always go to OpenStacks and open this. So it's always a backup to the other site. For AP review books, this is the AP review book that I am recommending. You can get it from Pearson. It is a little over $14 on the Pearson site. There's a link to this in the course expectation sheet, which can be found on Canvas. If you try and get this book on Amazon, I'll tell you, you'll spend a lot more money. So if you want to buy it, I suggest that you go directly to the Pearson site and order it that way. The class format. So we're doing the virtual instructional model in the fall, and we'll be usually using the Biology in Focus and Mastering Biology platform, the Pearson platform that I told you about, as an outside of class thing. We'll be utilizing lab activities and projects that I will videotape myself or have the students do in their home or as part of the online platform. We are hopefully getting another science software platform that we'll be able to utilize called Labster. Hopefully we'll know about that in the next few weeks, and there will be online labs that way, virtual labs. They already had one online virtual lab with the microscope. We will have something called AP Classroom, which they've all registered for. It's put out by the College Board and has lots of practice questions. It has videos. It has all kinds of resources there, and they will have assignments on AP Classroom. So that's another platform we will be using. I will post everything on Canvas, and they need to use Google Drive applications for all of their work. That's the only way that I will accept it. So if ever they're given a written assignment, they'll type it up on a Google Doc and they'll upload it to Canvas. If they have graphing to do, it needs to be on Google Sheets. I will go over how to use Google Sheets, and I will have tutorial videos available on Canvas for them to view. Our tests, quizzes, and free response questions will be done as a part of Canvas, and they will be timed. Of course, anybody who has an individualized education program that says that they need extended time will obviously get that time too. We will get into that. I like to do tests and quizzes that are kind of related to the AP course test that they will get at the end in May. So the free response questions will be part of that exam. So I'll usually do them separate from the multiple choice questions. Grading. So for grading here, 30% of their grade will be based on test and free response questions or quizzes. 40% will involve labs and inquiry activities. Especially one of the things I want to talk about is CER, or Claims Evidence Reasoning Assessments. So when they do a lab, they'll be asked to complete a CER, and we have been going through that and practicing that already, and that will be part of the lab grade. They'll be doing a lot of data and analysis questions, and they'll be learning statistics as we go along. So one of the other things that'll be very important is that they are on task during our synchronous classes with their cameras on and answer questions and participate in any chats or group posts that I ask them to participate in. If they just have an emoji up and don't have their camera on and don't answer the questions when they're called on, then I have no way of knowing that they're actually attending class. So that's an important thing to remind them to have their cameras on whenever possible. If they need a break to go to the bathroom or something, I know the class hours are an hour long, certainly, they can turn their camera off and go for that, but they need to be attentive and answering questions and participating in the activities that we're doing synchronously. Homework is worth 30%. That will involve assignments that are on AP Classroom, the Mastering Biology platform, which is that Pearson textbook site, and ed puzzles. I allow them to redo their ed puzzles as many times as they want until the due date. But the goal is to have them actually learn the material. So getting a bad grade and not letting them redo it doesn't help them. So they already know this. They just have to send me an email and say, hey, Miss Sheridan, can you reset my ed puzzle on whatever the topic is? And I'm happy to do that up until the due date. Of course, I did tell them that I don't stay up till midnight. So, if they want me to reset it, don't wait till the last hour to ask for a reset. I am here to help your child. I am, we're all kind of isolated. I don't really go anywhere. So I have my Google Meet office hours posted for them. And so they can hop in anytime they want. I want them to be successful. This is a difficult course. It's a college level course. They get college credit for it if they take the test and score well. So how can they be successful? Well, nobody ever told me how to study. So I thought I would just put up a few suggestions that I found helpful when I was learning how to study and, to get good grades on my classes. So I like flashcards. They may not like flashcards, but they work for me. Some of them may want to make flashcards on Quizlet. They may make, whatever. If it works, it works. Um, Maybe forming a study group so they could have, set up something where they can virtually meet with their friends and have a study group. That would be something that would be possible if the parents let that happen. I don't know if you have access to Zoom or one of those platforms, or, even if they have iPhones, or they can do virtual meetings that way, or FaceTime. So rewriting or outlining their notes, I give them copies of all the PowerPoints. It's very helpful if they have a copy of the PowerPoint while they're watching the Ed Puzzle with the notes, and write things down. And then I tell them they should go back and look up anything they don't understand in the e-textbook. If they still don't understand it, then they should send me an email, or they should ask to meet with me, or drop in during to the Google Meet on during office hours. So those are all ways that they can help themselves to get understand the material, because the way I present it one time, maybe not the way that they need to present it. Maybe they need me to kind of figure out another way that works better for them. They should look online for practice quizzes and tests. These are also available on AP Classroom and Mastering Biology, but you can Google them. There's tons and tons of Quizlets out there. There's tons of practice tests and quizzes. You can find them all over the place. And sometimes that helps students to practice questions that way. Completing all the assignments will definitely help. Not completing the assignments will usually mean that your grades aren't going to be as good on those tests. So like I said, I'm available. They can schedule appointments with me or drop into those office hours. So the AP Biology exam is 8 a.m. Friday, May 14th at this spring. I have been told that it will be a regular exam. It won't be like last year where they had a free response question, which, if you're not good at free response questions, you didn't have any multiple choice, and it was kind of like you got the luck of the draw. So hopefully this will be the case and there won't be any changes to that. I typically spend 2 weeks reviewing for the exam with students when I'm in school. I do it after school. If we're virtual, I'll have office hours where I will hold review sessions outside of class time. I also review in class. So I like to finish up ahead of the schedule so that we actually have time in class to review. But like I said, I also hold review sessions outside of class. And part of that will be, if we're back to school, we'll have practice exams in class. And how that will work virtually depends on what the College Board lets me do with practice tests. But there will be more information coming on that. I have a meeting this Monday with the guidance department and the rest of the AP teachers, and we'll be getting more information on registering for the AP exam coming up soon, and I will push that information out on Canvas and through email. I know that it has been stated on the College Board website that they will give them refunds if they decide not to take the test at the end of the year this year. They did not do that last year, but they will this year. So if they sign up in the fall and they decide they don't want to take the test at the end of the year, they will be able to get their money back. Additional information about the course itself or any of the AP courses can be found on the College Board website. You can just Google College Board AP tests, and you will find all the information there. Your son or daughter also has information about the test on AP Classroom. So if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to email me. Here's my email right here, rsheridan@cheltenham.org. I'm more than willing to give you a call if you need me to, or answer any questions that I can. If there's any concerns you have, just let me know. Have a good night, and I hope this was helpful.